As Celtic showed against Barcelona, if you're willing to go and fight and you're well organised, the underdog can have their day. Those were the words of the St Mirren manager Danny Lennon on the day the Scottish Communities League Cup semi-final draw handed them a date they would not have wanted before it was made. But as the Buddies boss also said that day, once you get to this stage of the cup competition, you have to beat the best if you're going to go on and win it. Willie Collins, the referee, he was in charge of last season's Scottish Communities League Cup final between Celtic and Kilmarnock, which of course was won by the Ayrshires. Big shot that day. Will we see another one this afternoon? Matthews. Good challenge, good win on Samaras, that was important. And now he's released Gonçalves, who can attack Kelvin Wilson perhaps. Stephen Thompson is up there as well. McGowan. Teal. Clipped forward by Newton. Oh, it's gone in! It's the debut boy, Gonçalves, who pokes St Mirren into a sensational lead at the National Stadium.
What a start for the young Portuguese lad, absolutely brilliant. Is involved in the move early. When it comes out to the right, he does what every good striker should do. Get yourself in the danger area, see if there's half a chance coming, and when the ball does eventually come in, it's just clipped in here. He finds a bit of space and does really well to deflect that on target. Just a start that Danny Lennon was looking for. Terrific finish, Gonçalves.
Campaign that they have had has been superb. Through to the last 16, they'll play Juventus in the first leg in a couple of weeks, but they've got problems on a domestic front right now. St Mirren looking for a second. McGowan to Thompson, and now Teal. Great ball from Teal, and Wilson gets it clear. Only half away though. St Mirren smelling a second one, and Lucas Zaluska had to look lively to deny him again. Wilson. Hooper. Good ball, Ledley. Brown, this is better from Celtic. Brown tried it all the way himself in the end. He got the break of the ball off Goodwin, and Celtic have a corner kick.
Well, he's so unlucky, and I think it's a fabulous nutmeg on Jim Goodwin. When the ball comes to him, thought Goodwin's closed him down. Watch this for a touch. Whoop, through, and then that's a great block, last-ditch tackle.
Brown. Celtic, you just sense coming more and more into the game, and Hooper! It's the woodwork!
Well, he's on fire just now in terms of goal scoring, and he probably believes he should have buried that one. Jim Goodwin under pressure. Great touch, Gary Hooper. Goes for power, just doesn't get over the ball.
Here comes Celtic again. Samaras! It's the crossbar this time.
The chances are coming. Hooper had one, Scott Brown had one, and now I think Samaras should score. It's a clever ball in. Samaras is pulled away onto David Van Zanten. A mismatch in terms of height. And when the ball comes in here, he gets up early, gets his head on it. I think Van Zanten does just enough to get underneath him.
As of most in the black and white of St Mirren today. Good challenge Newton, now Paul McGowan. How St Mirren would love a second goal before half-time. Gary Teal. It's a better ball from Teal. It's the one area there was nobody. And Salvesh went for the lob. That would have been something else.
It's been a terrific half for St Mirren. They've been strong, they've been committed, and most importantly, brave on the ball.
Sliced by Newton. Ledley finds Hooper. He finds Lassad. Brown has made a good run, right-hand side of the penalty area. Hooper! It's heartbreak for St Mirren, but it's joy for Celtic as Gary Hooper slaps home his 23rd goal of the season. He's the man of the moment, and that's why.
What a time to score for Celtic, and what a quality goal. And the comes out to Scott Brown. He's still got plenty to do, but what about this for a ball in? Gary Hooper pulls away, perfect into that area, so difficult for defenders. Goalkeeper can't come because there's so much pace on the ball, and absolutely perfect for Gary Hooper.
Matthews with a long throw away by Goodwin, and they have clears. Penalty Celtic. Handball is given against Jim Goodwin, and Willie Collum is going to take action as well against the St Mirren skipper. Yellow card, but Celtic have a penalty and a chance to turn this game round.
Jim Goodwin adamant that there's nothing else he can do. He wins the initial header, but realises it's not a good one. Lassad's going to pull the trigger, he throws himself in, and I mean, I'm not sure what on earth he can do to get out the road of that.
Charlie Mulgrew is entrusted with this task, the task of putting Celtic in front in a game they were behind in. It is Mulgrew against Samson. Good save for the Saints keeper, really good save, and it stays 1-1.
Brilliant from the goalkeeper. You complain about the penalty all you like, but Charlie Mulgrew, what a chance he had, but goalkeeper gets right and got a really strong hand on it, and real chance going for Celtic, and what a lift that is going to give St Mirren.
Zagiri. Mulgrew finds Georgios Samaras. Ledley, space to work in. I think Craig Samson was beaten by that. I think he looked round in hope.
Well, he's got no chance of getting there, and Joe Ledley's just hoping this ball dips quickly, but you can't give Ledley room there on his left foot and allow him to take pot shots at goal. Somebody has got to be closing him down a lot quicker.
For Carey. Carey gets the break of the ball against Izagiri, and now he's on his bike. That's for Thompson. And Wilson was there.
Good play all round. Firstly, on the far side, Gary Teal to get the ball in, but Kelvin Wilson sticks like glue to Stephen Thompson, but at the expense of the corner.
Now Saints have a chance, just beyond the hour mark. Away by Ledley. Thompson, he got his head onto it. Oh, shout for handball, it was handball! And St Mirren have a penalty kick!
Almost identical to the one at the opposite side, but I think the referee this time, when he sees Charlie Mulgrew's hands are up, he has no option but to give the penalty kick. No great complaints from the Celtic players, and having seen their goalkeeper save one, can St Mirren now fire home one of their own.
Paul McGowan, the former Celtic player, didn't get a chance under Neil Lennon. Scores! Paul McGowan sends St Mirren into League Cup dreamland with as cool a penalty as you will see.
Perfect from the spot. Just have a look, check where the goalkeeper's going to go and knock it in the other corner. Fabulous composure from the St Mirren midfielder. Zaluska goes right, ball goes left. Terrific penalty kick.
It was a source of much frustration for the St Mirren supporters when they lost that one late on against Rangers. A chance for redemption if they can go through today though. And they've got a free kick here in a reasonable area.
Plenty of time to go. Is it Fizz this one in the box again, or take it short?
The Celtic fans right now sit in silence and watch and hope that the damage doesn't get any worse from this Graham Carey free kick. Away by Wilson. Teal. Still options waiting in the middle for St Mirren. Oh, they have another one! It's stunning! It's absolutely stunning at Hampden Park! And it's Stephen Thompson who scores his 13th goal of the season, and that might just be the goal that takes St Mirren into the League Cup final. Sensational!
Well, that is the word for it, an absolutely sensational strike, and the ball's coming away from goal, he's having to come backwards, but what a crisp, magnificent volley. Thought the danger was gone there. Kelvin Wilson, decent header out, clever ball in here now, get it in early, but Stephen Thompson, he's still got so much work to do. That is an absolute peach. Lucas Zaluska, I don't think he'll be happy, kind of goes through the goalkeeper, but take nothing away from the striker. What a great hit.
Mulgrew and Izagiri. It's Mulgrew!
Well, he's unlucky. You know, you start the move, you just keep going forward, get yourself into the box. It's a decent header, but it's just wide of the goalkeeper's right-hand post.
This has his central defensive partner, McCausland. This is Stokes. He's Aguirre. Ledley, now Lustig, and Samson claws it away.
Well done, the goalkeeper. Michael Lustig also does well to pull out the challenge because he sticks a leg in there. It's a free kick, at least with Samson going over and flicking the ball out.
Mulgrew. Brown. Commons. And still gets it in. It's a good ball and it's headed over by Ledley.
That may just be the chance that might have got Celtic back into the game. Twisting and turning from Chris Commons. Then a great ball in, and the header just can't get over it, can't get it down, and it's over the bar.
Celtic play on, but we played the allotted 3 minutes of stoppage time. Anything Celtic get now would be consolation. Charlie Mulgrew. Headed clear again. St Mirren have defended stoutly all day. Commons teeing it up, and it has gone in. They've got one back. It's Mulgrew, but surely that's come too late for Celtic. It has done! It has done! St Mirren are coming back to Hampden. They will come back for the final, where they will play Hearts on March the 17th. And Danny Lennon has the chance to write himself into St Mirren folklore. They've deserved this victory. Craig Samson, and that was such a pivotal moment in this semi-final, saving from Charlie Mulgrew's penalty kick at the start of the second half. It could have gone the other way had that one found the net. Ismail Gonçalves gave them the lead in the first half, early on in the first half, and then the dispiriting equaliser from Gary Hooper just before the half-time interval. That could have put the heads down, that could have sapped the spirit out of Saints, but it didn't. They had to ride their luck a couple of times. Celtic hit the woodwork twice in the first half. Then came the Samson save from the Mulgrew spot kick. But then St Mirren took over. But a penalty themselves, which Paul McGowan converted after it struck the arm inside the box of Mulgrew from the Gary Teal effort. Paul McGowan sent Lucas Zaluska the wrong way. That made it 2-1. And then Stephen Thompson, one of the most experienced campaigners, not just with St Mirren but in Scottish football, slammed home an outstanding low volley to add the gloss to the St Mirren scoreline. Although Charlie Mulgrew did pull one back with the last kick of the ball, that will not matter a jot to St Mirren, and will not matter a jot to Danny Lennon, who, as I mentioned, was part of the Wraith Rovers squad when they beat Celtic in the League Cup final at Ibrox in 1994. Heartbreakingly for him, he couldn't play in that game because of a foot injury. He's played his part today, the St Mirren manager, and he has been rewarded for putting out what was, compared to teams that they put out against Celtic in recent times, an adventurous lineup. It has paid dividends, it really has. It finishes here at Hampden Park with St Mirren coming back to face Hearts in the final in March. St Mirren 3, Celtic 2.